Alright, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. Snowing out. We're gonna go meet my brother Ronnie. And we are going to go plow the grocery store for my buddy Nick. Ronnie and I used to work for Nick years ago. And he asked us to help him out. I don't know if he's got some guys on vacation or if he's just short-handed on plowing. I think he picked up another grocery store account this year, so he might be short-handed. Whoa, we're sliding. And there goes one of his trucks. So his guys are already out. That must have been the laborers. They probably pre-treated the sidewalks. I'll bet my brother's probably already here. Yep, it looks like he just pulled in. Alright, let's get situated and we'll check back. Looks like he's gonna drive the loader. Or is he driving the skid steer? One headlight on the loader. Oh, sweet. Doing good. What are you doing, the loader or the skid steer?
Loader.
What's the matter? You don't want to push that shopping cart?
Shopping cart. You go in there and fucking get some groceries.
You go in there. I can't afford groceries. I go downtown to get eggs. What do you want, the bucket or the pusher? Probably just get the pusher.
The pusher's over there. It's a brand new pusher.
What, the skid one?
This one right there.
Yeah.
That's what Haley was saying.
Alright, this is a Bobcat T590. I got the pusher hooked up to it. I don't like this machine. Supposedly, I don't know, everybody around here is getting these. I think it's because of pricing or financing or whatever. I mean, it's comfortable and the heat works, so that's really all that matters. But this pusher has a stand or a leg, you know, when you're not connected to it. So I put it down, I connected to it, and then I put the arm down to get out so I could lift the leg up. The problem is that I'll show you, when you hook up to it with the leg, it only goes down that much, or like somewhere around there with the leg. But watch this. You can't open the door. This is why I love the Takeuchi, or even maybe a Kubota, because of the roll-up door. So I actually had to get my brother, while I was stuck in here, I couldn't get out. I had to get him to come over and lift the leg up so I could put the arms all the way down to get out, you know. Or, you know, just to get the thing up, but get the leg up, but whatever. Just not interested in any skid steer that has the swing door. I will say this though, it's comfortable in here and it's warm. This thing's brand new. You know what that means. The cutting edge, we gotta go slow because the cutting edge is not worn in yet. Yeah, brand new. Oh, that's gonna suck. Whenever you have a brand new cutting edge, it's still square, you know, it's not worn in, so I guess we're gonna be wearing this in. That's a little better, but I don't know if we're even doing anything. we are. See in the mirror? It's just a matter of wearing a little bit of the cutting edge so it matches the the angle. It's not square. And then these guys, what they do is they shovel the sidewalk off and they push it out to the road, and then I come along and grab it. So you really want to get close to the sidewalk, but I also don't like to hit it. You kind of want to just feel it. I'll be honest with you, he has these angle plows, but nobody likes to use them. I used to love the angle plow on the skid steer. Oh, sewer cover. You know, like the power angle skid steer. So, what the small machine should do is, small machine should get everything away from the curbs and all the small parking spots, and put it to the middle, and then the loader will come around, and the loader, come on, where is it? Where's the sweet spot? Oh, Jesus. Come on, I gotta find it. There's like a sweet spot for this brand new cutting edge. I gotta find it. Once you find it, it's fine. So I like to do with the small machine, go down the edges and get it out to the open, and then we'll let the big loader come along and just do the passes. There's not a lot of snow, but we still gotta clean up. I used to do the big store, and the big store was repaved not that long ago. This particular store hasn't been repaved in a long time. Like there's a I don't know if you can see it, but there's a pretty good sized crack across the pavement there. So whenever I see them, I just slow down. I mean, you can still tell. Like here's another one. I wonder if this will trip it. Not too bad. I'm not a huge fan of pusher boxes. I know a lot of guys like them. over there and I just windrow it over here, I would start over there, windrow it all the way over to there, and then I would use that curb to carry it down to the end. Kind of curious though as to why he doesn't use them no more. Maybe the other guys don't like them. I don't know. We'll push that out for him to grab. What I'll do is I'll start doing the handicap parking spots, and we'll push it out to him. The correct way, the loader should just do circles around the place, grabbing your piles. See, these are all handicapped parking spots, so what I'll do is, since he went down that way, he'll come back this way. So I won't push it farther to the other lane because he's going to come back on this side of the lane. I don't know if you can see on the ground, see that blue? This is the handicap spot. I like to do the handicap spots first. So when they come in with the salt truck, they will hit the areas that I have plowed. They will hit them first. But it's kind of hard to get in here. What I'll do is switch over to the bucket at some point. To get the corners, you know. This angle's plowing pretty good, so I'm not touching the stick. So, like, I'm not curling it, I'm just going up and down with it. And what I like to do is I like to come over. I like to just lightly feel the sidewalk and then look down there. I can see the curb down there and whether I'm getting it. So, like, I try to leave like an inch of snow, that way I'm not actually hitting the curb. It's like just a little bit. Alright, I'll do a little bit more and then I'll check back in. like to do is on these big runs, we'll sacrifice the end parking spot to pile it, because where else are you gonna put it, you know? What I mean by big run is, watch how long. This is a big parking strip. The little ones, I push them out to the main road and I let him come by and grab them. But this section of parking lot is big. See, like right here. So when you have the small ones and they're not long, I push them all, clean them completely out. But the long ones where there's long, you know, long bay, multiple lots, spots, just push it all down to the N1 and keep it in the N1, pile it in the N1. It's just tough because, you know, the people that work here are starting to come to work. So, it's like, you really can't get in here when their cars are here, and you got to be careful not to hit anything, because anything that you bump into, you're gonna destroy it, and that's not the name of the game here. We don't want to cost money, we want to make money. When you destroy stuff and you break stuff, you don't, you know, it's not really profitable. But right now, I have the side cutter and I'm pushing it into that curb, feeling that curb. Hopefully we got close enough. Yeah, that's pretty close. The ground's really slippery, so it's easier sometimes just to spin around, hit the throttle on the floor, run all the way back. Now I'm facing this way. I can clean out this corner a little easier, because I'll pull it and go real slow and feel the curb in front of me. This parking lot's got some serious frost heaves in it. Got this little bit here. Then I'm gonna line up. Slow down about here so we don't slam the curb and then stop right there. I'll do that a couple times. It's important to do the parking spots first, because even if people park here, you can still run down the middle with cars parked in the parking spots. I used to know this guy that would do all the opens, the open area first, and then what happens is the cars start coming and parking, and then he can't get to the parking spots. So I like to do the parking spots first, because as they fill up, it doesn't matter. I can get the main open roadway. I don't know what you want to call it. It's not a main road, but you know what I'm saying. In the parking lot, get the open area, even with the cars parked. The only good thing about the pusher box versus the plow is when you turn, it takes the snow with you, whereas the plow would just spoil it off the edge of the blade. This is supposed to turn to rain anyways, so once we get this all cleaned up and it slows down a little bit, the salt truck will be in here dropping the heat. Now, because there's a car here, I'm just gonna turn like so, and then just run this into our spot that we've designated for snow. The other thing too is if you do the parking spots first and he frees up with the big loader doing the main loop, if he frees up doing that and you have all the parking spots, he can run through up and down the main part too, because it's open enough for the loader. So the little machine, it's important to do all the little tight areas. And I think it's about 5:30 in the morning. I'm not sure what time the grocery store opens up, but sure that the people that run the bakery are the ones that are here first. The only problem with doing a grocery store like this is when the people start coming, you really got to slow down, because they will walk right behind you, they will drive behind you, like they don't have a care factor. You can't see it on the camera, but there's a lot of frost heaves here. I don't know if I slow down. See, like that line right there, that white line, that is a big crack in a frost heave. Yo. Moving snow. How about you? Yeah. Looks like the salt truck's out making his rounds, dumping the salt. That'll turn it into slush. Once it turns into slush, we'll be just pushing the slush around. Feel the curb. That's not the curb. That's the curb right there, sideways. So a lot of cracks and frost heaves in this parking lot. This thing has those big side. They're not cutters. They're like. I don't know if you guys can see it, but see those spots? Those are divots in the pavement where the front wheels of the cars sink in. So every time we run over those, the camera falls off. And then when you turn, I'll show you. When you turn, you got to make sure the rear end of the machine doesn't swing into a car. I mean, not that this car has seen better days, but still. snow here. I'm gonna lift up a little bit. Get to the curb. Lift up. Kind of push it into the island a little. I might get out and move those shopping carts because I would like to get this as clean as I can down this edge. I do like this new camera because the screen stays on all the time, so it is hot in here though. The only way I can keep this window from fogging up is to just keep the heat on full bore. See, I want to wear this thing in so it's nice, because a lot of times what guys will do is they lean the thing back and they cut the cutting edge, the brand new cutting edge like this, and then the side cutters aren't touching the ground in the front. So as painful as it is, you need to cut the new cutting edge in with the side cutters down. So tired. Unfortunately, it's painful. So what I do is, like, I'll lift up a little bit, get going. It doesn't help that this parking lot is crumbling, and some, not crumbling, frost heaving everywhere. I talked to the salt driver. He's actually the mechanic at the company, which is good, because if you have any problems with anything, he's out driving around anyways, because there's multiple crews out doing multiple locations. But I talked to him, he says he's gonna come back later because this isn't really melting. You see, I mean, it's not letting up the snow. You see right here, there's something right there, because I've gone over that spot like 5 times, and each time it trips the blade. I'm gonna back drag it to see what it is. Yeah, it's a big hump. You can't see it, but I can. It's a big, like, hump and a crack in the pavement. But the snow's starting to pick up again. I kind of want to just try the skid steer bucket out. I probably should have went to the shop and got the plow that I like. I haven't used it in like 5 years. I don't know if he still has it. But it's a little plow that goes on here. Oh, yeah. Same spot. I like it. Oh, it's a power angle plow, and it works with the joystick button, and it has these plow guides on either end of the plow, and they're like stiff cable. You know, it's like some stiff cable. It's not plastic. And I like them because I used to pick shopping carts up with it. just stick the little cable through the handle, and you could move stuff because you could pick the plow up and angle it, and you know, it was more versatile. Let's see this cutting edge here. See what I mean? Like, if you're not all the way down, those side cutters aren't touching, but we're like still got paint on the, see the outside edge is like real right there, see it? It's real shiny, but then over here it's still black. That means that these things are set lower on the ends. So yeah, that one too. So I don't know, must have a taper to it, but that's the thing about brand new cutting edges. Once you cut them in, they're fine. Like his is set perfect and he's just flying around. I believe they said that this pusher box is brand new. The whole box, not just the cutting edge. So I always found the angle plow on this to be so much faster. But the pusher box will carry the snow, so once you get it loaded, you can take the snow wherever you want. So I mean, they both have their goods and bads. See, it's starting to turn to slush because of the salt. And that's where the plow really shines, because you're no longer trying to carry snow. You're just trying to ride over it and turn it to slush. And then when you go fast with the plow angled, you can toss the slush on the island. See, like, we didn't really get a lot of snow on that. I'll go over here now and I'll do this set of parking spots, and then I'll clean the middle up after. It's pretty much the same thing over and over again. Plowing to me is extremely boring. Some guys love it. My brother likes it. I could care less whether I do it or not. Switch to the bucket so I can get these corners out, because it's like starting to turn to rain. The only thing is you gotta come in slow, real slow. good. You just push it out in the middle so it gets run over. Once it gets run over with the salt and everything, it just turns to slush. See, like the pusher box, you can't get this close to stuff. So the other thing too is the pusher box is a little dangerous near the cars, because I actually, where I'm sitting in the cab, I'll show you, I can't see the corner of the pusher box. So when I do near the cars, I like to use, see, when I'm sitting, this is right about where my head is, I can see the edge of the bucket. The pusher box is way over here, right behind the post. For example, if I were on to run next to this car, I can actually see, and the bucket is a little bit wider than the tracks, I can actually still see the entire edge of the bucket, front cutting edge. Whereas on the pusher box, I would run down next to this car pretty much just guessing, or I would have to lean forward like a lot. I usually like to use the bucket towards the end of the storm. Use the pusher box to just keep everything clean and like the main parts open. And then after the storm calms down, go back with the bucket and just touch up all the little corners. So like right next to this, we can run in here like so, come up, touch the curb lightly, back up a hair. And that's good enough. You don't have to get every tiny little piece. I mean, you can try, but boom. All right, so that's it. I pretty much parked that final drive steaming. It's a T595. My brother's already gone. I just cleaned out in front of the dumpsters best I could with the bucket, but we're not gonna do any more. I got my pickup warming up. Reason being is because the cars are starting to come in. I just talked to the salt truck, and I pretty much, me and him were talking about it. I don't know if you can see him. He's way over there doing loops. He's just gonna finish, he's gonna do another round of salt, because a couple times, you know, parking lot's starting to fill up, and a couple times I had people walk behind me in the machine. So this is good enough for us to call it quits. Yeah, he's way down there. Because what happens is it gets dangerous. The general public doesn't know anything about equipment, you know. Him and I were just talking about that. He's like, I can't believe these people are walking behind you like that. You know, it's like they don't know. Like he was saying, it's louder than a car, plus it has a backup alarm, and they're just walking behind you like nothing, you know. So looks pretty good. Yep. Catch you on the next one.